Okay, welcome to the Zera Shimshon, and this is Chaf Dalid Mar Cheshvan Tavshin Pei Dalid. It's the yard site from the famous Zera Rebbe, Rabbi Gedalia Moshe ben Shleimai, who's buried over here and near where the actually near Har Herzl, where the soldiers are being buried. Yes. Okay, so we should hopefully and pray that for a Yeshua from not only in his merit, but also in the merit of all the people praying and learning and hoping and helping out and doing tzedakah for Klal Yisrael. We should have a Yeshua, and all the people that were kidnapped will be returned quickly in our days, and we should have a Yeshua Gedola, and hopefully a Mashiach will be coming soon. Okay, this is a piece the Zera Shimshon writes from Chayei about Nashis Chayei, which is the eulogy that supposedly that Avram Avinu said for his wife Sarah. So we're just going to take one pasuk and try to examine what it is. Kapo Parsiel Ani, and it says she spread out her palm to the poor person, and she sends her hands to the impoverished, the destitute one. So he said, we have to understand why there's a difference. Mahu shilcho, mahu parsa. What's the difference between sending and extending? And afterwards, and first of all, why does it say her palm of her hand first, that she extends out, and afterwards it says and then she sends out her she sends to the destitute person with her hands. Excuse me, the ani doesn't have such a great need like the destitute person. Like we know it's Toav l'kolik and behilchus matanis lav yoinim. He needs anything, af and everything. But af eno naisenes lemiyad the fisha eno yadas im yirtze l'kachas tzedakah. So she gives a tzedakah in her hand, in one hand with her palm. So that's parsel ani. She extends her hand out to the ani, and she doesn't know if he's going to take it or not take it. Rak poresis like kappa. So she extends her hand. If he'll take it, he'll take it. Umashma ani hu etzlo. It's mashma that the ani is next to her and stomach right next to her. Omnam the avian shu tavla koil davar said avian is destitute for everything. Who he no sinis le b'shtei yadayim. She sends it with two hands. Sholachis le believe batuach shikachena. And she sends it with a certain heart that he'll take it. The shilcha is mashma she adayin loy ba'atzlai. Shilcha means she sends it to him. It didn't come to her. Who rachayk mimena, and he's distant. The Kadosh Baruch nosen b'liba le'shleach le'atzedakah mi'aisa rega le'aisa zman davka. And the God puts it in her heart that she sends it in that time and that place, like it says in the Mishlei. It's in pasuk Kapitel Yud Aleph. And I'm going to read the Kapitlach. He says, Lo ya'il hoin b'yam evra. Wealth is of no avail on the day of wrath. It's tzedakah tatzal mibas, but righteousness, the tzedakah that you do, saves a person from death. Tzidkas tamim tiyasher darkoi. The righteousness of the blameless man smooth his ways. But the wicked man is filled by his wickedness. Tzidkas Yasharim Tatzilem, the righteousness of the upright saves them. Again, it's tzedakah. The given tzedakah, it saves them. Obehavais baigdim yilakedu, but the treacherous are trapped in their malice. Okay, that's the whole pasuk. V'isa b'zar and brought in the Zara Parshat Vayira. Pasuk v'Avram Sarah zekenim bayim b'yamim. So they were old, and they were extended their days. They were very old. B'shaita the Kadosh Baruch Hu rachim leiba barnash. So the Zohar says at the time, the Kadosh Baruch Hu has mercy on a person, ad lo yese dina le'alma, before a judgment comes into the world, strict, harsh judgment comes into the world. Mishader le'doirona, he sends him a present. Dehahu miskeno begin v'yiska be v'yishteziv mitena. So he sends him a poor person so that he'll give tzedakah, and that's the present that God sends him to give. He should give tzedakah and save him from the harsh dinim. Deshma mina de tzedakah tzricha tiyeh kaidem boyadin la'il. So you have to give tzedakah before harsh judgments come into the world. Ki ein meratzim lo'ila adam b'shas kasa, because the Pirkei Avos says you don't try to appease a person. Literally, God here trying to appease God at the time when he's getting angry or in his wrathful condition. That's what it means in the pasuk here, that hain doesn't help in the day of wrath. The wealth doesn't help in the day of wrath. Even if he gives it to tzedakah, it won't help him. But the tzedakah that he does before the day of wrath will save him from his death. Tzidkas tamim mi shehu ragal la'asei tzedakah. That is somebody who is used to giving tzedakah all the time. Tiyasher darkai. He's quoting that pasuk again. It's pasuk 6. He'll say, no, that's pasuk 5. Okay, the righteous, the tzedakah, the blameless man smooths his way. She's damin loya ani kaidem adin, so he'll have the ani come to the person before the day of judgment. Omnam harasha yipol v'rishasai shalit is damin lay mitzvah zu kedei lazakas, but the wicked person, he doesn't get that mitzvah, or he rejects it. Zeu nami tzidkas yisharim tatzilaim. That's what it means, the pasuk, that the righteousness of the person, well, this blameless person, the sharim, straight person, will save them. Since she sent her hand out to the poor person, there's a big problem that sometimes people don't like to give because, who says he's got $1 million in the bank? Okay, no, you give to everybody. And even there's a doubt if you're going to give that maybe he's a faker, maybe he's got lots of money. So she's machmer on herself to give him something. Not to send him empty-handed because she's in doubt or he's in doubt. That's because of mitzvah geresh. One mitzvah causes another mitzvah. The shleach le'evyain. Now he puts it in her head that she needs to send to some real destitute person. Before the real strict judgment comes into the world. So, but the poor person really needs it, he's destitute, he needs the tzedakah, and it's fitting to get rewarded for that. Another thing is that the ani doesn't need it so much, so she just sticks out her hand and, kind of quietly, and gives it to in quiet, humbly, batsnei aleches, in very insignificantly, right? So she doesn't raise her hands and make motions that other people might be get the impression that this guy needs money. But for the destitute person, so for the Abdin that's needed, he needs things from everybody. He needs to get help from everybody. So she raises her hands and makes it obvious to give to this person, so that maybe even start a fund for him or something online, so that the person will be definitely helped by other people also. So that's her schos. Okay, and me should be a Meilitz Yosher, Moshe Gedalia ben Reb Shlomo ben Zviller, Rabbi, be saving all these captives and help our soldiers win without losing lives. Okay, so everybody have a wonderful Shabbos. Kol Tov is Parshat Shabbos Mevorchim as well. Mevorchim Kislev. Okay, Kol Tov Zaygabesh.